78 residents of Fumbwe sector in Ramagana district have combined a forest surface area of 28.8 hectares and have decided to clear out the old trees and start planting others that they will start harvesting after 5 years after they've increased value. Bizimana Augustine and Confiance Nibgimana have put together a surface area of 873 hectares of forests in 4 districts to rehabilitate them. Truthfully, this was people's land that was useless because people couldn't cultivate it. In other places, the land was not fertile for farming, so it was land that was rocky and didn't yield anything to the population. We are confident that in any case, in those 5 years, a tree here will be costing about 5,000. And if someone has a field with about 1,000 trees, when you simply multiply it, inevitably we will get profit, and that's our hope, as you can see it too. In Rwanda, the total surface area of forest is 224,000. which is 30.4% of the total area of the country, and the government owns 27% of the total forest cover. The population owns 68% and 5% to the districts and cooperatives. The Ministry of Environment has set up a forest policy from 2018 to 2024 so that 68% of the total forest area owned by the population will be rehabilitated, and the state's forests amounting to 61,000, equating to 80%, will be given to private investors by 2024. Jean-Pierre Mugabo, the head of Forestry Department at the Rwanda Water and Forestry Authority, says the program is aimed at enhancing the value of the forest. The forest policy stipulated that forest productivity that belonged to the population should be increased, so we had to look at it and say, let these communities be brought together, their lands be brought together, their forests be put together at the same level and given a management system so that everyone knows when they will reap and harvest, and then it will be useful for them, because otherwise they had land meant for forests but there were no forests. Globally, there are 4 billion hectares of forest cover. Of those, 420 hectares of forests have been destroyed in the last 30 years. Dr. Charles Karangwa says forests are crucial to the tackling of effects of climate change and the conservation of biodiversity. When we talk about the forests, we are talking about conservation of biodiversity, as one feels in their home when comfortable, or what we would call the habitat. So when the conservation reduces, it comes from burning down forests, deforestation, which now has an impact on all the flora and fauna in these forests. The Amazon forest in South America has a surface area of 5.5 million square meters and is home to 2.5 million small insects, 1,300 different species of birds, an estimated 3,000 to 3,500 species of fish, and 430 wild animals.